power to weight, we're losing lightweight categories at the Olympic level. You have lighter people gaining muscle to race heavier, and the power to weight, how does it matter? Well, it's very simple. Me above 220, I was going to be slow. 220 and below, I was going to be quick. So for me, a little bit of extra fat was going to slow me down. What I know today, though, that I didn't know then, is how, in my case, intermittent fasting could have done amazing things. So power to weight ratio is extremely important. In the 1996 Olympics, there was a camera on the stern filming the single scullers. That added some weight to the boat. And Thomas Lange, my idol, the single sculler who won 2 Olympic gold medals and 5 world championships, and is just freaking beast, right? He asked me whether I was okay with having this extra weight of the camera on the boat, and me just thinking about myself, I guess, thinking, hey, if everyone's boat is heavier, all the better, people. All the better, because I knew that my power per stroke, that was one of my strengths. Okay, in the last 500 meters, I didn't switch up in stroke rate, but I started combining the push with the pull, or I started combining the pull with the push, and so that increases the speed of the handle. Okay, so that's something that I was very well aware of. So for me, those extra 500 grams, or maybe it was at 800 grams, I don't remember. It didn't matter. But then very quickly, Dr. Thomas Lange said, well, but what about Peter Heining? He's a lot lighter, and those extra 500 or 800 grams are going to, this is a bit of percentage of his body weight. And I thought, well, that's actually a good point. And then I thought, well, I'm not even going to go into it, because then people are going to judge me. People already are judging me. But I don't have to say that. For me, it was like, okay, let's, come on. Throw another freaking brick into the boat, I'm going to be fine. That's how amped up I was already for those Olympics. But now, when does body weight matter in a headwind, in rough water? As soon as there is more resistance, as soon as the boat gets heavier, the weight of the athlete is going to matter. Okay? Now, the 2021 Olympics, you had the Greek winning against a really big guy who didn't know really how to handle bad water, right? So being nimble and freaking fit and just hammering out the strokes and putting the blade in at the right time at full leg compression was going to win the race. On flat water, you have the big German who's going to just do it at half or 3/4 slide. So that's where body weight comes into play. When the resistance gets greater. What else was there? Oh, obviously, greatest thing. But if you could go back, what do you make any change? Okay, the change I would make if I went back, I would weigh 94 kilograms, 95. 206, 208. 12 pounds less than 220. Woo. So there's a little story for anyone who's going as far as this to listen to me. In Paris, in the Ver, where the Olympics were held, in 1994, before most of you were born, they had a World Cup regatta. And I went there. And I raced. at at 208 pounds. I was 22 years old. I was 22. I don't know what it was, but I was way ahead. Way ahead. To the point where I thought, first of all, wow, I'm way ahead. And then I was thinking, well, let's celebrate this in the last 200 meters. And I think I still got the 640. I think I still got a 645. Someone who has the archives of that will see it. Unfortunately, I don't think they had the 500-meter split times. I would love to see the 500-meter split times. My coach then said, oh my gosh, Sina, why did you not go all the way through? Because you would have done a new world best time. Well, I was ahead. No one was telling me into my ear that was happening. Fast forward to last year. It's a fast course. It's a really fast course. So I would have probably intermittent fasted, skipped breakfast, had my carbs in liquid during the workout. That's how I would have reduced it. There's stuff that I ate knowing now I didn't eat. What's interesting is I could gain weight even in full training. Give me rich food, I'd gain weight. I was surrounded by other athletes in my team. They'd lose weight. They'd lose muscle mass. They had to make sure that they were not going to lose more weight. Not my problem. And I was looking at them and I thought, God, your life is way better. And then they probably looked at me and think, oh man, this Zeno is that fat bastard. He can eat whatever he wants. Okay. That's all I've got. Okay, bye.